They told you a degree guarantees success. Go to school, get a diploma, land a job, live a good life. But now, you graduate with debt. You compete with hundreds. You apply to jobs that don't reply. The truth? A degree isn't a golden ticket anymore. It's just a piece of paper. The world changed, but the advice didn't. If you want real freedom, you need to start early. You need a source of income that doesn't care about your resume. You need a way to grow without waiting for permission. And that's where side hustles come in. Not theory, not recycled ideas. Real examples, real numbers, real results. Let's start with the most underestimated opportunity out there: faceless short-form content. Daniel is 16 years old. He makes $500,000 every single month. He does it without showing his face. And it all started with a phone and a free app. He posts short-form videos on Snapchat, and he figured out how to make the platforms pay him. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, they're all in a war for your attention. Why? Because attention means advertising, and advertising means money. So what do these platforms need? Content, and lots of it. Who makes that content? People like you. The people who get paid the most are the ones who create original videos, not just screen recordings or cut clips. Daniel takes trending videos. He adds voiceovers. He adds music. He adds edits. Then he posts them every day. He built multiple channels, each one in a different niche. One talks about rap news, another about live streamers, different audiences, more reach, more income. Now let's break this down. How much time does it take to learn? Let's be honest. But making a viral clip takes real skill. You need to know what hooks people, what makes them stop scrolling, and what keeps them watching until the end. That's the trick. Watch time. That's what drives virality. Here's what you do. Make short-form videos part of your routine, but not for fun. Watch with intent. Chapter 2, Sell Digital Products. You can create it once and sell it forever. That's the magic of digital products. You don't need a warehouse. You don't need to ship anything. And you don't need a lot of money to start. All you need is a simple idea that solves a real problem. A digital product is anything you can deliver online. This includes ebooks, Notion templates, Canva templates, printable planners, online courses, stock photos, music loops, video footage, and even digital art. Each one has the power to make money while you sleep. Let's break it down. You can sell a Notion planner for $10. If just 10 people buy it every day, that's $100 a day. That's $3,000 a month. You created it once, but it keeps working. Now multiply that by 5 or 10 products. That's how digital products scale. You can start without a following. Use platforms like Etsy, Gumroad, Payhip, and Creative Market. People are already searching for what they need. You just show up with a solution. Let's say you're good at budgeting. You create a monthly budget planner in Canva. Export it as a PDF. Upload it to Etsy. Now people can buy and download it instantly. No shipping, no delays. And every time someone buys, you get paid. Another example. You love journaling. You create a 30-day self-reflection journal. Add quotes, prompts, and space to write. Design the cover. Upload it to Gumroad. Share the link on Pinterest. You start seeing downloads. It feels unreal, but it's very real. If you have an audience, you can go bigger. Create a course. Teach people what you know. You don't need fancy equipment. You can use free tools. Record with Loom or OBS. Host the course on Teachable or Thinkific. Start with one module. Answer one question well. Make it clear. Make it useful. Sell it for $29. Promote it on social media or YouTube. If you sell 100 copies, that's $2,900. That course can keep selling for years. You can also license it or bundle it. You can offer it as a bonus for another product. Chapter 3: Sell physical products. You don't need to own a factory to sell physical goods. You don't need to ship anything yourself either. Today, you can sell real products without touching inventory. There are 3 main paths: print on demand, drop shipping, Amazon FBA. Start with print on demand. You design something once. Your design gets printed on shirts, mugs, phone cases, pillows. Sites like Redbubble, TeePublic, and Printful handle everything. Customer buys. The site prints the item. They ship it out. You get paid. You never touch a single product. Upload a design today and earn for years. You don't need design skills either. Use Canva. Use free icons and text. Create a simple quote shirt. Upload it. You're in business. Print on demand is free to start. No upfront cost, no monthly fees on most platforms. You just earn a cut every time someone buys. Next is dropshipping. You set up a store using Shopify. You find products from suppliers. When a customer buys from your site, the supplier ships the product. You never hold inventory, but you control the brand and customer experience. You choose your niche. You write the product description. You market the product. This model gives you more control, but it also needs more setup. You'll spend around $30 a month for your store. You'll need to test winning products. Use tools like AutoDS or DSers to automate the orders. Dropshipping works if you can drive traffic. Use TikTok. Use Instagram. Use short videos. Target trends and specific problems. Even simple products like posture correctors or LED lights can go viral. But this model is competitive. Speed matters. Branding matters. Start small. Test one product at a time. Now let's talk about Amazon FBA. FBA means Fulfilled by Amazon. You source a product from a manufacturer, usually from China, using Alibaba. You order a batch. You send it to Amazon's warehouse. When someone buys on Amazon, Amazon ships it. They handle customer service and returns. You just collect the money. Sign number 2. Your mortgage is paid off. For most people, housing is their largest monthly expense. Rent or mortgage can easily take 30 to 50% of income. Now imagine it's gone. No monthly payment, just basic upkeep, taxes, and utilities. That one shift can drop your required retirement savings by hundreds of thousands. Why? Because you no longer need to cover that cost for the next 20 or 30 years. Let's take 2 scenarios. Person A needs $3,000 a month to live. Person B, mortgage-free, needs only $1,800. Person B reaches financial independence with a much smaller portfolio and much faster. It's not just about the money saved, it's about the flexibility gained. When you own your home outright, you're not tied to a high income. You're not forced to take jobs just to pay the bank. You can take risks. You can say no. You can walk away. That's leverage. And it matters more than most people think. If your mortgage is nearly paid off, consider accelerating the last payments. You're buying freedom with each check. And once it's gone, your lifestyle cost shrinks. This is one of the first things we check in a retirement review, because no other monthly bill moves the needle like this one. It's not about being debt-free just to feel good. It's about eliminating the barrier between you and freedom. Now let's move to something just as powerful: access. Specifically, whether you can actually reach your money when you need it. Sign number 3, you can access your retirement money. Most people believe they can't touch their retirement accounts until they're 65 or older. That's wrong, and it's costing them years. With proper planning, you can access many types of accounts earlier. In the UK, pensions are accessible from 55. Soon, that will shift to 57. In the US, you can tap Roth contributions anytime without penalty. There are also early withdrawal strategies like the SEPP rule or Roth conversion ladder. If your investments are inside flexible wrappers like ISAs or brokerage accounts, you have even more control. You don't need to wait for some government-set retirement age. You just need to structure your accounts wisely. Here's how to think about it. Split your money into 3 buckets. Bucket 1, cash and short-term savings for the next 2 to 5 years. Bucket 2, tax-efficient investment accounts you can draw from in your 50s. Bucket 3, long-term retirement accounts for later life. This setup gives you flexibility. It removes the cliff between working and retirement. It lets you phase out work on your terms. If you already have access to at least 2 of these buckets, you may have more freedom than you realize. One of the biggest mistakes people make is keeping all their money locked up until late retirement. By the time they can use it, their best years are gone. But if your money is available now and your needs are low, you can move. Not in 10 years, now. Let's keep going. The next sign is about how your money actually works for you. Not just sitting in one account, but moving, earning, and multiplying. Sign number 4. You have multiple income streams. Most people rely on a single paycheck. If that paycheck stops, everything else does too. But early retirees think differently. They build layers of income. Some are active, some are passive. All of them work together. It could be rental income from a property, dividends from stocks, royalties from books or digital products, a small online business, even a part-time freelance gig. The goal isn't to get rich from one stream. It's to reduce pressure on any single one. Here's a real example. One of my clients had modest savings, but 3 small income sources. Together, they gave him $2,800 a month. That was enough. He walked away from his job at 51 and never looked back. Now compare that to someone with $2 million in the bank, but no income. They worry every year about how long their money will last. They hesitate to spend. They feel trapped by their own wealth. Multiple income streams aren't about more money. They're about control. They let you retire earlier with less. They give you breathing room. They give you options. And they give you peace of mind. The best part? Many streams can be built while you're still working. You don't need to wait. You just need to start. When your income keeps flowing without your job, that's a sign you've already won. But there's something else just as important: your health, and what you plan to do with it. Sign number 5. You're in good health and still full of energy. You wake up with energy. You move with ease. You can travel, hike, swim, build, create. And you still have dreams you haven't touched. This is your window. Not later, now. Most people retire at 65. Their health starts declining by 70. The next decade becomes about managing medication, not memories. But what if you flipped the timeline? Retire at 50. Travel while your back still feels good. Start that business with the energy to grow it. Spend time with your kids before they're grown. Visit family you haven't seen in years. Those are not luxuries. They're part of your life plan, or they should be. Health is not guaranteed, and once it's gone, you can't buy it back. No matter how big your retirement account is. So ask yourself this: do you really want to trade your healthiest years for more digits on a screen? Or do you want to use your energy while you still have it? If you're healthy, active, and have things you still want to do, this is your sign. Because there's one thing you'll never get more of: time. Next up, let's talk about how you feel on Monday morning, and why that feeling matters more than most people admit. Sign number 6. You're done with your job, and it's not just a phase. Ask yourself this: do you enjoy your work? Is it meaningful? Or do you wake up every day counting down to the weekend? A few rough days are normal, but if you've been unhappy for a year or more, it's not just stress, it's a sign. Burnout doesn't go away with a vacation. It doesn't disappear after a team change. It just builds slowly until it takes more than your energy. It takes your identity. Work should challenge you, not drain you. You might think you're just tired. But if you've switched roles, changed projects, even tried new companies, and nothing feels right, it's probably not the job, it's the season, and that season may be over. Retirement isn't quitting. It's shifting your energy from what drains you to what fulfills you. One of my clients stayed 5 years too long in a role that wore him down. By the time he left, he needed a year just to feel normal again. You don't have to wait until you're numb. You don't have to hit a wall. If you've had the same negative feeling for a long time, that's not something to ignore. It's a message, and the message is this: it's time for something new. But this only works if you also know what's next, and that's the next sign. Sign number 7. You know exactly what you want to do with your free time. Not just a vague idea, not just more travel or less stress. You have a plan. You've thought about the hobbies you want to pursue, the countries you want to visit, the business you've always dreamed of starting, the skill you've put off learning, the family you want to spend more time with. Without direction, retirement can feel empty, like a long weekend that never ends. At first, it feels amazing, but eventually, it wears thin. One of my clients retired early with no plan, no purpose, no structure. He aged quickly, lost his drive, fell into depression because he didn't know who he was without work. Money isn't enough. You need something to retire to, not just something to retire from. If you're already planning your days after work ends, if you've pictured your ideal week in detail, that's a strong signal. You're not running away from work. You're running toward a life you've already designed. And if you already have that vision in place, you're closer than you think. Now let's talk about the final sign, the quiet one, the one you've probably already felt.